Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition, Netherlands. A ministerial delegation in the Obok region for international scene Paris and Madrid led a friendship with a treaty. Those were the headlines and welcome to the national news. After the decade on Ali Sabiha and Tajura, the Ministerial of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Olof Ismail Abdo, began this ceremony in the penultimate stage of her tour in the region, the historic region of Obok. The Obok stage is all the more important as, like the region of Ali Sabiha, Obok hosts many refugees and serves as a transit area for migrants. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ruf Ismail Abdo, was accompanied on this occasion by the Secretary of State for Sport, Hassan Mohammed Kamil, and Minister for the region, the authority of the Obok region, namely the Prefect Abdul Malik Mohammed Panuita, and the President of the Regional Council, Mohammed Ismail, the parliamentarian Ali Hamid Hassan and Kamil Hamid, and many representatives of the civil society welcomed the delegation. And then the regional authority and the parliamentarian who spoke first urged the people of Obok to present their various grievances to provide with the to the Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity, who will in turn try to provide them with the adequate solution and answers through the existing and future action program and project of MESE. And finally, the young people of Obok were not left out, since some of them who had benefited from a microcredit to launch their activity were the spokespersons of their community who did not have a chance to have access to this kind of credit system. In her speech, the Deputy Fatuma Mohammed recalled that the importance of solidarity in developing a country and in full economic growth. She indicated that the Office of Mayors and Editors have been present in the region of Obok for several years, and that this institution have worked head and head in with people of this region in the realization of their various projects. Thanked the floor, the President of the Regional Council of Obok, Mohammed Hamid Ismail, stressed the mass that the mass through the editors present in Obok has managed to finalize and implement several French flagship programs to fight against poverty. And then he indicated the prefect of the Prefect then reminded the audience of the EDDS continue to ensure the well-being of the people of Obok through its various social programs, also through its actions such as the money transfer system or the distribution of food for the most needy families. Then the Secretary of State for Sport, Hassan Mohammed Kamil, said that the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ruf Ismail Abdo, and came to meet the people of Obok to inquire about the impact of social program on action in state by the mass. Finally, the Minister of Solidarity, first of all, thanked the Obok for their World Welcome Committee, and then she told them that the Ministerial of Solidarity will never give up, otherwise they continue to do their best just to satisfy the population. At the end of the ceremony, and still of the same site, the delegation led by the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Uluf Ismail Abdo, visited the premise of the new leisure park of Obo. The site, which formerly houses the public garden, has been completely demolished to make way for a leisure park and play and refreshment center for families and children. This site was created to different projects initiated by the regional council and implemented by the Egyptian Social Development Agency, ADDS. A marathon day full activities for the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity Rulf Ismail Abdo and her delegation who then headed to the Medical Hospital Center of Obo. And on the spot, the minister was welcomed by the authority of the region of the and the staff of the CMH, led by the chief doctor Abdul Kadir Muhammad Ali. The visit of Minister of Ismail Abdo was part of the rehabilitation and extension of the CMH of Obo and the extension of the maternity ward and the rehabilitation of the coordinator operation room of the CMH during her visit to the new premise of the medical infrastructure. The minister and the various officials who accompanied her received the necessary information on the change made in this hospital center. The various construction sites at the CMH are integral part of the social program overseen by the ADDS. Still with the framework of the National Week of Solidarity, the Minister of Solidarity, Oluf Ismail Abdo, visited the General and High School of Obo, which has also undergone some extension of the TC premise. Welcomed on the spot of the Principal of High School, Umar Qasim, and the Regional Inspectors of Education for the region of Obo, Hamadou Ali Muhammad, the Minister and noted the extension works of 5 rooms on an administrative block of high school. As a result of all this extension to the general high school of Obo, an entire wing was upon reviving the education landscape of the region of Hayu with the approach of the exam and test closing the second term of the 2022 and 23 school year. This new premise came at the right time. To close this Marathon Day, the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Olof Ismail Abdo, always accompanied by the Secretary of State for Sport, the authorities of the region of Obo, and the parliamentarian visited the authorities of the region of Obo, the site extension of the renovation of the shopping malls of Obo, and the antenna of the central laboratory of the office of the Central Directorate of Building and Equipment. This important project initiated by the Obo Regional Council and are financed by the African Development Fund through the ADDS, and then the end of the work is expected in a few months. The Ministry of Women and Family, in collaboration with the sectorial ministry, launched and yesterday morning, Sunday, January 17, 2023, an awareness campaign on the harmful effect of the internet in school. This sensitization intended for high school students start on January 17, capturing stakeholders from MINFOP, MEM, MGC, NC, and UNFD. The national campaign concerned the different school level of the capital, the entire region, but also the CDC, wherever they are located. The main objective of these events to raise the awareness of the children through the information about the danger of the digital world. The municipality of the Rezdika and Bulaus hosted the caravan from January 17 to 2023 and will flow it by the use of the municipality of Balbala without forgetting to the UNFD, the KSF and the Interior Region until February 2023. The first debate and exchange have already providing to be fruitful and have opened up having the of solution for the future. The naval training and center of the Egyptian Coast Guard, located at the Camp Dorale, yesterday closed the ceremony of a series of specific training courses from which benefited more than 16 officers of the Egyptian Coast Guard placed under the high patronage of His Excellency Hassan Hamad Ibrahim, Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment, Colonel Wais Bokhari, Commander of the Coast Guard, and the honor of welcoming the discussion with guests, including the Director General of the National Security, Hassan Saeed Khoura, Brigadier General Tahir Mohammed, Chief of the Defense Staff, Major General Laurent Potier, Chief of the State of the French. So the series of the specific training course for the sea trade that ended with the ceremony where the following the navigation training aimed at acquiring the designation for piloting light boats and seamanship training, naval and mechanic on the maintenance and repair of the hygiene used on the patrol boats of the Egyptian Coast Guard, training on radio transmission and communication technique, and basic training of paramedic for the reinforcement of the capacity of the medical center of the Egyptian Coast Guard, which take off and for the personnel and their families, but also any person rescued in distress at the sea. Then it's a poll representative. Then it is by award of representative of the trainings who completed the different training that opened the poll of his speech. He underlined the importance of accessing such as training which fully participated in the reinforcement of the knowledge and skills of the staff of the institution and which gives them the necessary tools to perform with the professionalism the task they are entrusted with. The commander of the Coast Guard, Colonel Wais Umar Bokhari, in his speech in the crucial importance of the training specific to the sea trade that contribute to the professionalization of the institution staff. He also recalled that the training component is one of the cornerstone of the development of the Egyptian Coast Guard, whose main testimony is the Naval Training Center, which hosted the ceremony today. The guests were then able to attend demonstration by the trainings through practical workshops where they were able to showcase their skills. The ceremony continued with the presentation of the certificate on straps training who successfully completed this cycle of training was certified by congratulations for the instructors who conducted the training with the family photo.
يديك الدنيا كصون آمنو waraa ammaanka baday sugaan gaadiidka adduunyada kalsoonina aamino iday ku nabad waraa
ilaalada maribiyoodku khayraadka aan leenahay ajanabi ku xadgudbiyo wixii aafaynayaba
ogaalkood leeyihiina u soo tabiya sharciga ilaalada xeebaheenu
ilaalada maribiyoodku khayraadka aan leenahay ajanabi ku xadgudbiyo wixii aafaynayaba
ogaalkood leeyihiina u soo tabiya sharciga ilaalada xeebaheenu
uheeganayaasha weeye inay burcadiyo tariibu aanaysanin xeebeen kuwii ka ilaasha weeye.
So the ceremony ended with the presentation of the certificate and a stripe of the trainees who successfully completed the cycle of the training, as well as a certificate of congratulation for the instructors who conducted the training with the family photo.
Dadka weeye
askari mudan ammaan gaar iyo tixgelin qorah madaxweyneyo
indheer garata la usumay ogaalka badeenu rabo asaaskooga la alkumay ilaalada xeebta weeye runtii gaardiqoodka weeye
With the urgency of the Ministry of Interior, with the collaboration of the IGAD, the city of Arta, and hosted on Wednesday the organization of the first multi-sectoral workshop of the National Coordination Officer for the Immigration on the Priority and Mechanism of Action. The objective of this workshop are to examine the common priority, challenge and opportunity on migration management in Djibouti in order to propose the government to appropriate mutual to face them through a national strategy on migration to serve as a framework for consultation and dialogue between the members of the government for an effective and coordinated management and of the situation of migrants, taking due account of the legitimacy concern of local community, to propose all other useful measures in the framework of the government and international partner, namely the International Organization for Migration and on the Intergovernmental Authority on Development. This first multi-sectoral workshop on the National Coordination Office for Migration and Priority Annexion Mechanism lasted 2 days and gathered the different local points of the national ministries, member of the National Coordination Committee for Migration. This workshop was officially launched by the Prefect of Arta region, Mohammed Sheikh Hassan, as well as the National Coordinator and for migration in Djibouti, Colonel Abdul Kader Ibrahim Gona, on behalf of the IGAD Executive Secretary of His Excellency Dr. Workene Gebihu. So, in her speech, she emphasized the importance of the migration governance for IGAD. To this end, and IGAD has established a regional migration policy framework to build the capacity of member states to effectively respond to the various challenges that the migration use covers. The Gula Stadium hosted this morning the second and last day of the training on the organization of a sport event. The participants of this training session, who are a young person passionate about the organization of a sport event, member or a representative of the sport association, follow it with attention the different presentation presenting in term by various speakers, follow it by enriching debate, offering new beneficial knowledge to post their skills. The training was closed by ceremony awarding certificate to the participant in the presence of the Secretary General of the Sport, Khadija Ibrahim Idris, the representative of the WHO in Djibouti, Rahim Devane, await the presence of the CN2, Mrs. Aisha Garat, the Director General of the NBS, Muhammad Ali Umar, the Director of the Gullet Stadium, Mrs. Fatuma Dabali, and the several others officially of the sport and partners. Finally, the Secretary General of Sport close the important workshop that they kept all it promised after recalling the importance and describing the different stage of the organization of the workshop. She congratulated each author who contributed to the success of the event before advising them to the statue of ambassador with the Dunity. On of the international scene, the Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez and the French President Emmanuel Macron met for talks in Barcelona on Tuesday. The neighboring countries took advantage of the bilateral summit to sign a friendship and cooperation treaty reinforcing ties and issues such as migration, defense, and energy. Paris is seeking to cement stronger ties with their neighbor other than the Germany, notably those in southern Europe. That's it for this edition. Thanks for attention and a wonderful evening.